Here goes nothing. Maybe this time I'll find and keep up with the BTR. Two scavs down. I think I just need like 4 more scavs. I need to start remembering to shoot them without armor. Any moment now that dang VTR should show up. That's really what I'm waiting on. And then every once in a while PMCs and scavs cross through here. I'm hoping to get a couple scavs to walk through here so I can clap them without any armor on. That guy over there was definitely a PMC. I'm hoping the BTR comes through here soon. Yeah, it probably already went through. I'll give him 4 more minutes. Honestly, I don't think he's coming. I'm just going to reset. Great. Give them here. Should be sufficient for the start. Thank you. Hello. Do you know the feeling when you change the layout of your instrument in a seemingly insignificant way, and it fundamentally changes the working comfort? The Pareto principle, right? I had a friend who was the epitome of that concept. He was always tweaking something, filing, sanding apart to win a few millimeters. His experience made me realize how important ergonomics is in any job. I have not heard from him in a while, but I know one of his outlets. It was either a sort of car service or a workshop, right in the garage complex. He always loved cars, especially the American ones. Can you come check the place out? He probably moved somewhere else a long time ago, but his garage might still contain some of his tools or blueprints. Hello, come here a minute. I need to lay the wiring today and plan for high power capacity, especially considering the continuous load of the grind. But that's not the issue now. Bring me some cigarettes. I want to work it hard until it's done and don't want to get distracted with searching. I know, smoking is going to kill me. But is it really important though? Well, anyway, I need around 20 packs, preferably different ones. Oh, and make sure to get the new sealed ones. So look for them yourself. It was good seeing you. Before the conflict, I frequently ordered stuff online. Used to come regularly. I even put together a drone from parts once. The last order was 4 sets of computer components. Only 2 have made it to the city, and those are stuck somewhere in the customs area. Now, as you can perceive, they would really come in handy. Try to search the seized goods warehouse. It's a big red hangar building. There was a big confusion there, so the cargo could still be there. Hello, friend. I've been thinking about something. It started to seem to me that I don't really understand anything in life. Come sit down. People are saying there's a live broadcast going somewhere in the city. They say that someone is performing surgeries and filming it on their camera. I'd understand if it was an actual goodwill doctor helping people. I would even understand if there was an organ trade, although that in itself is disgusting. But tell me why stream this. Is this a kink for some perverted oligarchs? I honestly don't have an answer. But I do know that this broadcast must be shut down. Can you put a jammer near them? Full send. Come to me, special toolbox. Where are thee at, you son of a gun? Uh-huh. What else do I gotta do? Got that.
Enemy killed!
Now the second time I've gotten that.
EP located.
I got a lot of missions done there. Hello again, Rambo. We're receiving the fuel tank signal, so your job is done. I don't know how you manage it. None of my business anyway. But working with you is comfortable. You're doing everything quick and clean. Here's your cut. Hey soldier, I've got a new reconnaissance mission for you. I was able to arrange a deal with the fellas who control the railroad at the old customs gas station. But I haven't sent any of my couriers that way yet. We gotta check it out first. The plan is simple. You fire the green flare and extract. It's like a job Belka did. Or was it Strelka? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll pay you for risking your skin, but make sure you don't get whacked before even getting to that place. And take your time on the exit itself. I've heard enough tales of mercs who shoot the flare and run to the exit immediately before the flare even lights up properly. On the completely unrelated note, may I interest you in a cheap new helmet with bullet hole vents? Greetings, warrior. So here's the deal. A birdie told me that those ex-army guys who secured reserve base dug out some paths to the underground bunker. Of course, they didn't do it with their own hands. They forced the scavs to do the job. And most likely none of the poor bastards made it back out. So anyway, I got no idea what sort of bunker that is. I've had some information that it could be the command bunker, but I'm not sure if it's exactly that bunker or just a bomb shelter for the base personnel. For now, there's no use to send a big group there for them to die to those raiders. Check those catacombs out and let me know if it's worth sending a group there. The pay is good. You in? Good day to you, warrior. Step inside. There's a job to do if you're interested. You need to find one piece of crap, and I'm at my wits' end how. Briefly, one of the foremen who worked on that fucking Pulkim had just in time laid his hands on some pretty important documents. You know, of course, how hard is everyone still gunning for any evidence on Terror Group and its associates? Exactly. But the folks who tried to get the information out of that foreman happened to be more edgy than smart. The dude's ticker stopped ticking before his tongue started wagging. Can you imagine? What dimwits. How do you do business with the likes of them? Okay, back to the point. So he grabbed the documents and stashed them somewhere. Ask around a bit. Those who worked with him before, in general, chances don't look too good, but who knows how lucky you can get. In a word, that foreman worked in the chemo shop. The shitmost shit, see? And somewhere on the customs premises, he and his homies had their bunkhouse. Eating there, chilling most certainly, inviting girl over. Well, you get it. I figure it's holed up there somewhere, most likely. If it's not there, then we won't find crap at all. So I want you to search the shacks on customs and bring me these documents. I think it's best to search for the locked ones. Pleasure doing business with you, young man. I will let Arshavir know about your success. Here's your reward. Good afternoon, young man. I've been looking for someone like you just now. I have received information about a new vaccine against a rare strain of flu virus that was being tested at the reserve base officially. I cannot tell you what was actually tested there, but Terra Group is somehow involved in this. The result of these tests could prove extremely valuable for humanity and the group of my Western clients. I need to find those tests, so you have to travel to reserve base and find the medical observation journals for patients. This documentation should be somewhere in the locked rooms of the headquarters medical unit. Will you take on this task? Of course, you'll be rewarded for your work. Good afternoon, young man. I have a special assignment for you. Unfortunately, I cannot entrust it to my workers. Knowing your previous feats in searching for data that interests me, you can easily be made into a private investigator. So there was a person who I had been working closely with. He lives somewhere at the Cape down the territory. He always carried a briefcase with him containing his medical studies and research. The issue is that he hasn't been contacting me the last 2 weeks. I'm starting to worry. If his studies get into the wrong hands, I will have to pay a high price to silence the information spread. Please, mercenary, I'm asking you to find my contact's briefcase. He used to drive a red Marin sports coupe, and was telling me that he loved to relax somewhere by the sea, farther away from all the city noise. Are you ready to take on the task, young man? I just read this, so I'm going to accept this mission real quick. Good afternoon, young man. I need help for a good cause. As you have long guessed, I collect food, medicine, and other necessities in order to evacuate the people. I don't want to deceive you, this is true. And now they have enough reserves for the road. And most importantly, they've managed to negotiate through my channels that these people would be met and let through the other side. Can you imagine? But only the civilian population. No men under 60. Therefore, the first wave will mostly be children with mothers and a few elderly people. Most everything is ready, except for one little detail. We need transportation. We have several vehicles, just enough to carry everyone from the first wave, but they are not running. As I was told, they have been idle for too long and need batteries and spark plugs. Even fuel is not necessary. I will make a proper list of the items we need. Can you bring them? Hello again. I have a temporary shortage of lasting foods in the form of canned meat. Can you help? I need a reserve of several cans of beef, and I know a couple of places where we could get them. From our scav friends, of course. They used to have a storeroom at the gas station near the factory. Maybe there's still something left. Other food storage was somewhere in the dormitories. Was more than canned goods there. But for now, I am only interested in them. So you're free to take the rest for yourself. Deal? I know that these two gangs are allied, but to prevent theft from the warehouses by their own people, their leaders have exchanged keys from each other's warehouse. So it should be pretty easy for you, I think. Good afternoon, mercenary. You're just in time. I have an errand for you. I need to determine how many people have gone missing in the city. To do this, I need a list of all the residents of the city and subtract the already evacuated, the dead, and those who found shelter in the hospital. Your task is to find that list of residents. Bring me the journal from the Primorsky District's housing department. Good day, young man. Many people have tried to escape the current predicament, and some of them behaved like they were not human beings anymore. But for us, medics, nothing has changed. Our job is to save lives no matter the circumstances, what the circumstances could be. When the shoreline tunnel collapsed, quite several survivors were injured. The ambulances were immediately dispatched to distress call. But I assume you know what has broken out there. Long story short, that's where they stayed. I know that there were 3 or 4 vans, and the chances are high that most of the equipment and medicine is still inside. If you happen to find them, just mark them with beacons, and my people will take care of the rest. Hello, young man. Truly glad to see you. I have a very important assignment, not for everybody to take on. Will you take it? Then listen. Do you know the sawmill in the woods? So during the contract wars period, it was used as one of the makeshift backup supply bases for Terra Group. And I'm very interested in Terra Group supply plans in this region. I think they should be somewhere in that territory as well. Try to search for the temporary quarters. Try to search for the temporary quarters for workers. There should be a secure case for documents with a special symbol. A little bird told me that you want to find some folder and pass it on to the medic girl. We have a business here, and I have my own interests in disrupting her operations, you know. A kind of sabotage, eh? Come on, bring this folder to me, and I'll treat you right. Send some proper cash your way, and there will be more trust for you. The hell do I need it for? Don't play dumb. Take a guess. I'm opening branches here, building up the operation and quality grub from those who've been preparing for all this crap in advance. We'll sell like hotcakes through my channels. But I'm rambling. Come on, go on your way. I'll be here packing up your cash. Oh, and don't you be gullible to think that this woman is doing all this shit for the good of the people. I'm familiar with her business. He would never let his car burn down willingly. Something must have happened there. A car mechanic's death would be just an imperceptible blip in the death toll on the Tarkov scale, but hopefully he was able to make it out and find safety. Maybe we'll see each other again. Just as expected, in chaos, valuables could be right under the nose of people will still overlook it and people will still overlook it. Did it ever occur to you that we are living in unique times, as if any secret can easily be revealed? The camera obscura will open up. All you need to do is put in some effort. Let me explain, my friend. You have already poked around corporate territories, laboratories, offices, and all else. Those places have already been looted to the ground. But do you know where there still might be something interesting? In the offices of the wastewater treatment plant. Yes, that facility was also under Terra Group. What do I want to find? Fact is, I don't even know myself yet. To begin with, let's try to find out what exactly Terra Group was doing there. Contaminated water, chemical dump 10 times over normal. Anything can open up. Prepare well. I hear there is unusually high activity in that area. Perhaps someone is guarding the territory against prying eyes. Do you know what the difference between a professional and an amateur is? The ability to approach the task from the right angle. For example, taking out a few capable fighters in non-standard situations. What's important here is not only the right weapons and mods, but other factors too. So Dima, I want to see who you really are. Yesterday, I was installing a reflex sight onto an M4. I spotted some weird local on the monitor. He seemed to be prying. He painted different signs on the wall and on the floor, then walked into the middle of the circle these symbols formed, and started placing weapons there. To be honest, it didn't even look strange. It made perfect sense to me. It's natural for people to offer the most valuable things they have to their gods. And these days it's weapons. Those are cultists. You might have already encountered them. I have enough power capacity for you now. Look for some more graphics cards and coolers. And thanks for the package, by the way.